Okay, now we'll look at IXL for H.2. So H.2 is three-dimensional figure vocabulary. And I don't think it'll be a whole lot harder than the last one. There will just be some words in there you're not as familiar with. So this problem says, Marvin saw a three-dimensional figure that had two circular faces. Which figure could Marvin had seen? So you just want to use some of the keywords in there to help you figure out which one of these it's going to be. Two circular faces. Well, the only figure with circles is going to be this one. The figures aren't drawn, most of them, so that way you can see everything like you could in the last IXL section. So this third one is, you can see that the base is a square based on those little dotted lines. But this is solid, and then these two are solid also. So you have to know that if this top base is a circle, then this bottom base is a circle. So this is the figure. The second one is the figure that has two circular faces. This cylinder does. So we're going to choose that. Amelia made a three-dimensional figure out of cardboard. The figure has a square base. Which figure could Amelia have made? So again, just look for that square base. So we think of the base as what the figure sits on, but remember, a lot of figures have two bases, the top and the bottom, or the two parallel sides. So if that top is a square, it means that bottom is a square. So that's our figure that has a square base. Is this figure a polyhedron? So a polyhedron, I mentioned in the last video, has all flat sides. Or maybe I said in the last video, I pointed out a figure that wasn't a polyhedron because it had curved sides. So again, let me restate both of those things. A polyhedron has all flat sides. It has flat faces. If it is not a polyhedron, it will have curves. So if we look here at this cone has a curve down at the bottom because that base is a circle. So this is not going to be a polyhedron. Aaliyah made a three-dimensional figure out of clay. The figure has four vertices and four faces. Which figure could Aaliyah have made? So remember, vertices are the points. Faces are the flat parts, the flat shapes. So if we look at this first one, no points. So it's not this one. If we look at this last one, there's only 1 point, so it's not this one. We want 4 vertices. So now if I look at the second one, if I count at the top, and I know, here, let me try this. 1 vertex, 2, 3, 4, but there's one in the back where those dots come together. So there's actually 5 there. There's 5 vertices. There's 1 face in the back, 1 over here on the left, 3, so 1, 2, 3 right here on the right, 4 up front, and 5 on the bottom. So there's 5 vertices and 5 faces. So we don't want that one. So if we look at this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, and then 1 face, 2 face, the bottom is a 3rd face, and the back is a 4th face. So 4 faces, 4 vertices is this one. Is this figure a polyhedron? Well, those circles make it have curves on the top and the bottom, so no, it's not a polyhedron. Is this figure a polyhedron? There are no curves in this one. Every face is flat. This over here is flat, this is flat, this is flat, the front is flat, and if the front's flat, this is actually the base. It means the back is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be flat, and it's sitting on a flat face. So yes, this is a polyhedron because every part of it is flat. There are no curves. Reggie made a three-dimensional figure that has 6 vertices and 5 faces. Which figure could Reggie have made? So this has curves. There are no vertices or faces. If I look here, 6 vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's one more 8 in the back. So that one's already out because it has 8 vertices. So then if I look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 in the back, 5 vertices. We want 6 vertices. So let's come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our 6 vertices. We have 1, 2, 3 faces so far. There's a face that looks like this that's going to be behind it. And there's one more of these on this side that we can't see. So 5 faces, 1, 2, 3, the front and the back, 4, 5. So it's this last one. And then that, once I submit that, gets me to 55, so I'm done with that one. So again, I don't think this one will be extremely hard for you. It's just some of that new vocabulary maybe you're not used to.